Bill fucking Plimpton. If you don't know, this guy is an animation titan. Arguably the hardest working individual in the independent animation scene. He has made so many movies, it's fucking ridiculous. You can't stop this guy. He is a cartooning machine. Even though he studied animation in university, he got his start as a magazine and newspaper cartoonist who soon transitioned to full animated features once the industry picked up after the 70s. His first feature was a short film titled Your Face, which was nominated for Best Animated Short, which snowballed his animation career bigger and bigger, and he just never fucking stopped. Mr. Plimpton certainly is an artist's artist. He's a driven, passionate creative who's constantly brimming with wild ideas and cockamamie narratives. Not everything he makes is a masterpiece, obviously, but every single one of his films are unabashedly unique, eccentric, and unmistakably him. A true American oddball auteur. And today, we're going to be looking at arguably his most famous and critically acclaimed film, Idiots and Angels. A biting, darkly comedic parable about a seemingly irredeemable individual on a journey of redemption. This is a confronting, dreary, and oftentimes hilarious representation of the worst and best of humanity, and how anyone, no matter how bad, can change for the better. Let's waste no time and plimp this tune. Our story begins with a penis. Oh, wait, no, that's an alarm clock. Oops! Our story begins with the miserable protagonist ironically named Angel. Angel is a human shit stain who picks fights with strangers, sexually harasses women, and laughs at other people's misery as he drinks his life away at Bart's bar. But one day, Angel sprouts angel wings. He tries to get rid of them and deny their presence, but soon they grow far beyond his liking and force him to go against his cruel nature and perform good deeds and act charitably towards others. And from there, well, a ton of weird shit happens, but I dare not get into spoilers yet. Bill Plimpton's style is so immediately recognizable and wonky. The scribbled, rough pencil sketches, the graphic, exaggerated proportions of everything, the warped cinematography, the crazy character designs, and the crude nature that envelops all those elements work in glorious, insanity-inducing harmony. His style has such a newspaper-esque charm, which is appropriate considering his artistic background, and seeing it animated is truly like seeing a Mad Magazine comic brought to life. And not to mention, this film can be ridiculously funny when it wants to be. Plimpton is a funny guy, and while this is definitely one of his more serious pieces, there's always that raunchy Plimpton flair that inhabits his work. Okay, spoiler time, I'm impatient, here you go, let's do this. As Angel seeks aid for the miraculous growth of his wings, people start to have grandiose delusions of exploiting him for their own profit. Nearly every character in the movie gets dollar signs in their eyes and wants to exploit the guy. This is one of those very on-the-nose morals in the film, but it's also a very interesting way of executing the whole do unto others as you would have done unto you concept. If the wings are supposed to represent the growing kindness in Angel, and if people are taking advantage of his kindness, well then this is a very humbling message for our protagonist. This is what slowly shifts him from selfishness to selflessness. And in the infamously Cronenberg-esque third act, Angel is killed by Bart and has his wings gruesomely sewed on so he can reap the benefits. But in the finale, Bart's comeuppance is imminent, and Angel, quite literally rebirths himself from Bart's stomach. Because metaphor. No, but in all seriousness, in the context of Plimpton's reasoning, this actually makes perfect sense. Plimpton has said in an interview for this film that he normally doesn't like morality stories, as they can be rather preachy and all high and mighty. He wanted to portray a story about morality in a more unconventional, horrific, and disgusting fashion to leave a bigger impact on audiences. And hey, it certainly worked. I mean, I wasn't expecting half of this imagery, but hey, that's Bill for you. Always keeping you on your toes. And now, with all that said, it's time to move on to... Wait, what? What are you talking about, disembodied text that I just now decided has authority over my videos? What? That's impossible! There has to be more! Well, Oh, there was a really small team who worked on this movie. They did a great job. And, uh, okay, there's not much else. I guess if I were to keep prattling on about this movie, that would ultimately take away from the experience. Bill Plimpton is an extremely unpretentious guy, so it would feel wrong to try and extract more symbolic meaning out of a very straightforward narrative. Hell, Plimpton himself admitted that he came up with the premise and theme for this movie just off the top of his head while talking to someone at a festival.
I was at a festival in France, and this kid asked me what my next film would be. And off the top of my head, I don't know where it came from, I said, an asshole guy wakes up one morning with wings on his back. And he goes, "Oh, wow, that's a great idea." And I said, "Hey, yeah, that's not a bad idea." And so that night, actually, when I was in my hotel room, I started drawing, and it just flowed. It just came so easily. It was such a fun concept.
And the message is very cut and dry. Get your shit together. Stop being an asshole and be a better person. Do unto others and all that nonsense. Don't waste your life away with cynicism and hatred, because all you're doing is putting more misery into the world by doing so. It's as simple as that. And to explore the supposed deeper meaning of such an absolute concept would be redundant. Anyway, that's basically all I got for you, but don't worry, there's still much more on the horizon. Until then, be sure not to forget to pick your kids up from school. Thanks for watching. Now give me all your money. Hey, I have these now. Follow me. Do it. Oh, and like and subscribe. Yeah, sure.